Welcome to another dose of Debb, where it's all about revolutionizing the inner woman, changing our mindset and doing away with the negative perceptions that we have of ourselves and embracing the power that lies within. That will then spill over into how we see our sisters, and then ultimately, we will change this world. My name is Debb Houston, the creator and host for this amazing opportunity. And again, I'm beyond blessed by your presence and your decision to join me on this journey to embrace the totality of who we are. For those who are first-time listeners, I'm a motivational and an inspirational speaker and the author of 3 amazing books. My first book is Father Knows Best. My second book is Celebrate You, the Phenomenality of You. My third book is Style on the Inside. Each book will empower you, encourage you, and challenge you to be better, to do better, and to live better. You can purchase any of my books on my website, www.deborarhouston.com. Can you believe that August is here already? The year 2018 is flying by, and I hope that you're continuing to have a wonderful, wonderful summer. It's such an honor to speak with you again, and I'm so excited because this audience continues to grow. And again, thank you for every social media shout out, your texts, emails, phone calls, your love, and your support. As our journey continues, it's my prayer that lives will be changed, that women will grow stronger, hearts will be healed, and that our spirits will embrace the power that lies within each of us. This is the place where you'll be empowered, enlightened, and edified as we're reminded of who we are by changing the perception of how we see ourselves, doing away with the negative things that we've been told, and finally dropping that baggage that we've been carrying for years and releasing our spirits from the handcuffs that have hindered our shout and hampered the truth that we are indeed powerful. This is the place where you'll be offered practical principles, positive reinforcement, words of wisdom, life-changing lessons, and this is where you're going to get that little extra push, that extra dose that you need to get you through, to take you over, to get you beyond, and to assist you on your journey. To our return listeners, welcome back. To our first-time listeners, welcome to A Dose of Debb, where it's all about revolutionizing the inner woman. A Dose of Debb is a platform for the empowerment and encouragement for the universal woman from all walks of life, regardless of race, religious creed, economic standing, or geographical location. The views and opinions expressed on A Dose of Debb belong solely to its creator and host, Debb Houston. Any advice given should not be used to replace or override any medical or psychiatric treatment. Any wording from this and all previous segments cannot be used without the written permission and consent of its creator, yours truly, Debb Houston. Okay, now let's get down with the dose for today. At least 3 to 4 times a week, I try my very best to make my way to the gym. I enjoy exercising, getting my cardio on, or attending a class or two that challenges me to take my workout to the next level. And the other day, I was attending one of the classes where you get a complete body workout. It's a tough hour-long class full of women of all shapes, sizes, and ages. In this class, the instructor encourages and pushes us to give it our all so that our bodies can be healthier and stronger. The music is bumping, perhaps to serve as a distraction while we tackle every muscle group by lifting weights, focusing on our cores, doing lunges, or even push-ups. It's a grueling class, but it's so worth it. The great thing about this class is that you do what you do at your own pace. During one of these classes, there was an older woman that walked in, and when I looked at her, though I'm not the perfect picture of health, my first thought was that she looked a bit frail. And though everyone goes at their own pace, I must admit, I even wondered if she would be able to make it through the whole hour. And while we were getting set up with our mats and weight bars and dumbbells, I decided to offer her a hand. This little elderly woman looked at me, gave me the sweetest smile, and told me in the most gentle voice, "Thank you, baby, but I got this." And she did. Hear me when I tell you that that little woman, who looked as if she was old enough to be my grandmother, not only lifted more weight than the average woman in the class, but she never missed a beat. I was trying to keep up with her. After class, as I walked to my car, I had to laugh to myself as I was reminded that we're stronger than we may appear. And that's your dose for today. Because I want to remind you, and I want you to remember, that not only are you stronger than you appear, but you're stronger than you even think you are. So first, let's deal with how you're stronger than you appear. I must admit, when I looked at that woman, I saw a woman that appeared to be frail and weak and elderly. Through my eyes, she didn't seem to be someone that would have what it would take to lift any kind of weight. I didn't think that she had the stamina to maintain the pace or to even keep up with us. That's what I thought. What I didn't realize is that little woman possessed something that everyone has, but not everyone uses, because even though she didn't speak the exact words, I can voice it for her, because in looking at that woman, what I heard her say was that she possessed the strength to do what she wanted and needed to do when it needed to be done. She had a resolve that told me that with all of her years that had gone by and not knowing how many years were left, she was ready to embrace this moment at this time. And she was going to give it her all and make the most of it. She had the strength and the power that could not be denied. You see, strength is disciplined power that you possess that's under your control and your authority. It belongs to you. It's yours. You own it. You have it. And some folk may not be able to see it at first, but that's okay. You don't have to broadcast it. You don't have to talk about it. All you have to do is own it, and in your own quiet way, allow it to be exhibited by your actions. I'm telling you, in that little 10-second interaction with that woman, when she said, "Oh, thank you, baby," she showed her appreciation for my willingness to help her out. So she wasn't rude, nor did she shut me down. But when she added, "I got this," she was in essence saying, "I'm good too, baby." Then she backed her words with her actions. She basically let the whole class know that I can show you better than I can tell you. We go through our lives with a glance or looking at individuals' appearance, and based on what we see, we, myself included, automatically think that this is someone who does or doesn't possess a great amount of strength. When you come in contact with folk that think that they know you, they may judge you based on the last time that they saw you, but that was then, and this is now. Then there are going to be those who simply look at you for the first time and base their conclusion on what they think they see. They don't know the power that lies within you. They can't see the passion of your purpose. They aren't aware of your journey and the strength of your resolve. So don't allow what they don't know to determine who you are or to minimize the strength that lies within you. Your strength goes way beyond the physical. Someone that's considered physically strong could be at the same time morally weak. Another person can possess the physical endurance to climb Mount Everest but lack the emotional discipline and strength that's necessary to handle the ups and downs of life. You see, when it comes to your strength, I'm not talking about the ability to lift physical weight or the number of repetitions of a certain exercise or even what it takes to endure a 26-mile marathon race. Truth be told, you have been and you're continuing to run a marathon called life, and you're going at your own pace. And it doesn't matter what folk think about you, because not only are you stronger than you appear, but you're stronger than you think you are. When you look back at everything that you've endured, your mental, emotional, and even your spiritual endurance has by far outweighed any physical weight that you can imagine. When you think about it, you've had to shoulder, hold, bear, and carry all of your experiences in life. And though there were days when it was difficult to keep on going, though there were times when you didn't feel as if you could take another step, or when you did, it was followed by 5 steps backwards, you're still here today. Yeah, sometimes you had to crawl. Other days your spirit felt paralyzed and you could barely convince yourself to move, but you're here. You're still standing. You're still walking, you're still making it, and let me tell you what that means. Here's a startling statistic that you may not have even considered, because the fact that you're here means that so far, you've survived 100% of your worst days. Maybe you didn't think that you had what it takes to make it, but you did. You couldn't even see yourself being here today, but you are. There were times when you felt as if it was all over for you, but it wasn't. If we could just embrace our power, our harnessed strength that can only come from within, our lives, our cities, our states, our country, and our world would be so much better, because no one would be competing or hating or sabotaging the other. But we work within the realms of the strength of our individual purpose that will catapult us to a higher resolve of respect and love for our fellow woman and man. You see, when you're unable to embrace your inner strength, then you're always looking for and trying to take it from someone else. You're looking for another source without realizing that what you need and what you want has already been given and established from the beginning deep within your spirit. Just tap into what has already been given. You're a powerfully purposed, strong creation destined for greatness. You're stronger than you appear, and you're stronger than what you think you are. We're going to continue to talk more about the strength that we possess in our next segment, which will air on Thursday, August the 16th. We had a contest where I asked that our listeners send me a quote with their favorite song, and I enjoyed reading your responses. I hope that you took the time to sing your heart out. The first 5 responses were entered into a drawing to receive a $25 Olive Garden gift card. And I'm pleased to announce that the winner comes to us from the great state of South Carolina. Congratulations to Miss Marilyn. And thank you to our anonymous donor. Marilyn, I'll contact you so that you can receive your gift. To our listeners, I can't wait to hear from you. Please send me your favorite quote from this dose along with your name. The Dose of Debb page on my website is being designed with your favorite quotes, so I would love to hear from you. Your quotes can be sent to 407-986-0446. Hit me up on social media via Facebook or Twitter and even the Apple iTunes podcast, A Dose of Debb, where it's all about revolutionizing the inner woman. In the meantime, share A Dose of Debb with your friends and even your frenemies. Have an amazing day. And remember that you've been blessed. Now be a blessing.